Okay, I'd like you to solve the first problem and pause, and then I'll explain. Okay, 2x plus 4 is greater than 22. So we undo adding and subtracting first, so we're going to do the opposite of adding 4, which is subtracting 4. So 2 times something is 18, and if you know, you're already good. If not, what's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. So when we divide by 2, x is greater than 9. So the answer is B. Okay, I'd like for you to solve number 2 and then pause and I'll explain. This is negative 8x plus 4 is less than negative 4. So the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4. And you can do that with your calculator, or let me bring down negative 8x is less than. You could do keep, change. Negative 4 minus 4 is negative 4 plus negative 4, which is negative 8. And if you do not know what you're multiplying negative 8 by to get negative 8, the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So you're going to divide by negative 8. And then x is, this is the curveball. You multiplied or divided by a negative. So if you have a negative close friend, you go the other way. And negative 8 divided by negative 8 is positive 1. Signs are the same, positive answer. So the answer is C. Number 3, Karen earns $10 per hour babysitting. She plans to save her earnings and has already saved $30. Which inequality shows how many hours H Karen needs to work to have more than $100 saved? Well, if you notice, everything is the same except the inequality symbol. So what you need to do is you need to look at the keyword more than. So if she earns $100 an hour, if she earns $10 an hour babysitting, and she already has $30, that would mean that she needs to have more. She needs to work more than. Which one is more than? Yes, it is B. More than 7 hours, because 7 hours times 10 is 70, plus the $30 she already has. That would be 100, but she wants to earn more than 100. So more than, that's the symbol for more than right there on B that I'm trying to circle. More than, B. Number 4, which inequality is equivalent to the statement a number n decreased by 2, there's a key word, is greater than or equal to 8? So a number n decreased by 2 is greater than or equal to 8. So it said which inequality is equivalent to that statement. So you need to write this statement down, solve it, and your solution will be right here that it's equivalent to. So I'm going to pause it and let you try it, and then I will explain. Okay, decrease by means minus. So n minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. So now we need to solve this because we obviously see that it's not here. So the opposite of subtracting 2 is adding 2, the inverse operation, and n is greater than or equal to 10. So the answer should be D. Number 5, which graph shows the solution to the inequality 4x plus 10 is less than 34? Pause and solve this, and let's see if you get your answer right. Okay, obviously this is a two-step, so we need to subtract 10 first because we always undo adding and subtracting first. So 4 times x is less than 24. Some of you may already know what x is less than because 4 times something is 24. If you do not know, you do the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. And That cancels out. X is less than 6. So now you need to look and see which graph is showing any number less than 6 but not equal to 6. Less than, it's going to go in the same direction, and it's going to create that less than symbol. And you automatically rule out 11. So it would either be open circle or closed circle. And the answer choice is B. It is a closed circle when it's also equal to. Okay, number 6. Which graph represents the solution 2x minus 3 is less than or equal to 5? Again, you need to realize that you can automatically rule out 2 answer choices because it's less than or equal to. So you need to decide, is it open circle or closed circle? Solve it like you would a two-step equation, just as if there was an equal sign there. And then see which graph matches your solution. I'll pause and give you a chance to solve. Okay, you need to add 3 to both sides first. You undo adding and subtracting first. So down comes 2x. 2 times x is less than or equal to the answer of the right side. 5 plus 3 is 8. You may already know 2 times what is 8. If you do not know, the opposite of multiplying is dividing by that same number. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So x is less than or equal to 4. And again, I should have automatically ruled out A and C because that is an open circle, and if it's equal to, if you have more, there will be more involved with your bullseye, so it should be closed in. I'm going to the less than direction, which is pointing to the left, and the arrow will even make a less than symbol, so the answer is B. Number 7, a taxi company charges $2.20 flat rate in addition to 55 cents per mile. Which inequality represents the number of miles, M, a passenger can travel for $11? Think, try to solve it. I'm going to pause it, and then I'll explain. Okay, you need to think about this one. A taxi company charges $2.20 a flat rate. So you're automatically going to be charged $2.20 plus 55 cents per mile. And they let you know that M is the variable for miles. So $2.20 plus 55 cents per mile. Now, we want to know which inequality represents the number of miles a passenger can travel for $11. So it could be exactly equal to $11, or you can't go over $11. That's all you have to spend. It could possibly be under $11. Now, this looks a little different. We get rid of 220 first because we're really adding. 220 plus is the same as plus 220. So anytime you have that in front, all you do is take it away, whatever it is. That's how you get rid of a number in front. What you do on one side, you do on the other side. So that cancels out. So down, we now have our multiplication, which we do last. We undo multiplication and division last. 11 minus 220 is 880. So when you go and multiply, or the opposite of multiplying is dividing. So when you divide by 55 cents, that lets you know that M, which represents the number of miles, is less than or equal to, when you divide that, you'll get 16. So the answer is B. Number 8, which graph represents the solution to 5 times the number N is less than 65? So you need to write this out and then solve it. I'll pause and give you a chance to match the correct graph. Okay, 5 times a number N looks like that. Less than looks like that, 65. So if I do not know what 5 times what is 65, I'll do the opposite of multiplying, the inverse, and I'll divide by 5. And then N needs to be less than 13 because 65 divided by 5 is 13. Again, that automatically rules out anything with 60, 60, or equal to. So less than 13, it would be open circle, open bullseye. And to the left, you're going to also see a less than symbol there. The answer is A.